What is going on, my friends? Hank here with some breaking news from this wonderful world of scale modeling. I did not expect to be saying this in 2026, but we are getting a new 1/48 scale BF109 from Tamiya. And that is just the beginning. So, I'm laying in bed last night and I realized, the Nuremberg Toy Fair is this week. Tamiya always does some announcements at the Toy Fair, some new cool stuff coming up. Let's check it out. Quick Google, find out that the fair starts today on the 27th. Cool. Wake up this morning. Hello. 3 new model kits and a whole bunch of re-releases from Tamiya. So here we go. Let's get right into it. First up, Messerschmitt BF109 G6 late production. This will be kit number 61128. Now, at face value, this looks like it's mostly going to be some new sprues and new decals added to the Gustav set that came out in 2017. But Tamiya has made some really interesting choices here. Based on the photos we're seeing, major additions here are 2 new canopies, some tweaks to the cowlings, late-style gear cover hatches, and the Werfergranat 21 rocket tubes. The bird on the left there, which I anticipate will be the box art, is Hermann Graf's G6 Special from when he was leading JG50 from July to October of 1943. Now, Jagdgeschwader 50 is a really interesting unit. Hermann Graf, of course, was the first Luftwaffe pilot to surpass 200 aerial victories, and he was specifically tasked to lead this new Jagdgeschwader to counter RAF Mosquito and USAAF heavy bomber raids over Germany. These guys were the first to receive those huge Werfergranat 21s and were part of the interception force during the infamous Regensburg-Schweinfurt raid in August of 43. Graf was basically the Luftwaffe belle of the ball in 1943. Knights crossed with oak leaves, swords, and diamonds, and 204 aerial victories to his name by the end of the year. His Green 1 Gustav had this really interesting modification to the greenhouse canopy with this little kind of bubble on the top to fit a larger rearview mirror. To the best of my knowledge, you don't see this on any other contemporary 109s. And of course, we've got Graf's iconic red tulip scheme on the nose here. Now, 5 years ago, which is really hard for me to wrap my head around, I made a video using Tamiya's 2017 kit to recreate Eric Hartmann's Black Tulip 109 using aftermarket decals. It was an awesome project. I really love that build. And I'm really curious to see how Tamiya executes the tulip decals for this particular offering, especially given how they're not exactly known for their thin, user-friendly decals. The second decal scheme we see displayed on the release, over on the right here, very much appears to be Eric Hartmann, speaking of Eric Hartmann's, second Yellow 1 Gustav, this time with the later Erlehaube increased visibility canopy. If you built the original 17 Gustav, you'll know that Eric's first Yellow 1 was included with that kit. This scheme would have been the last Gustav of his before the adoption of the Black Tulip scheme that we most closely associate with Hartmann. So, needless to say, I am excited about this news from Tamiya. Certainly an unexpected release, but I suppose a smart one given how successful that 2017 offering has been. This will be a day one pickup for me for sure. Now, some folks will certainly be confused that Tamiya went with another G6 rather than a G10 or a G14, though I think it's just a simple tooling decision. The later model Gustavs with the high tail or the reshaped shell casing chute in the cowling would require a complete rework of the fuselage shafts from the 2017 model, so this decision makes a lot of sense to me. Aside from this new 109, the other kit that I'm sure is going to get a lot of attention and is probably going to be the most popular one from this release schedule is an all-new tooling M24 Chaffee. I think they're going to sell these like hotcakes. This is a wonderful kit by the looks of it. This will be kit number 35391. It looks like we're getting options to create 2 different Chafees from the final months of the war in Europe. These just look gorgeous. There's not too much else to say about them. The figures look phenomenal. We've got 2 half figures up in the turret there by the looks of it. That M2 mount is super sharp. We're getting a photo etch option for the bustle. No notes to me. Excellent job here. This is also going to be a day one pickup for me, and I'm sure will be for most people as well. And the final new release today is a Schwimmwagen Type 166, the wide wheel version. This essentially looks like a nice little refresh to the original 1998 Schwimmwagen. We're getting 2 new figures, as well as a whole bunch of accessories to kind of sprinkle in the back there. This nice MG34 pintle mount, Panzerfaust Car 98 to stick in the back, as well as a covered windshield option if you don't want to go with the clear plastic windshield. The new beefed up tires also look really great by the looks of them here. Again, kind of a surprising release, but a welcome one. Great little diorama enhancer, so to speak. And finally, Tamiya also showcased 6 re-released old kits at the Nuremberg show today. They are as follows. Kit number 35113, German SDKFZ 250-3 Grief from 1979. Kit 35129, German Soldiers at Rest from 84. Kit 35103, Gulaschkanon, German Field Kitchen from 1978. Kit 35140 M60A3 from 1988, Kit 35324 Iraqi T-55 Enigma from 2012, and Kit 35328, the Israeli Tehran 5 from 2013. So, what do you guys think? I was quite happy with the news this morning. I thought I was done with videos for the week, but I just had to pass this news along to you guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you are excited for, if you've got any favorites right off the bat. And hopefully, sooner rather than later, we'll pick some of these up to do some tutorials once they release. So, thank you for tuning in, my friends, and until next time, be well, happy building, cheers.